kind of girl to run in fear. Only this time you made a fool of me, and only your heart could break me out of here and set me free, set me free. We up dancing in the moonlight.
What's up, Dank homies? Nero here. I'm still sick, and before we get into today's video, let's go ahead and get this out of the way.
Smoke weed every day.
Bye, Felicia.
Well, now that that's out of the way, today we're going to be talking about what I believe to be the best weapon plus Warframe combo set for the Plains of Eidolon, and this is exactly what I'll be running for when the Plains of Eidolon comes out. So to start off with, we have my MemeSageZ build named after Toxocyst from Afro Samurai, the guy with the guns, the evil villain dude. Yeah, if you've seen Afro Samurai, hey, we family. This build includes Mesa, for obvious reasons, the Vectis Prime, so we can cover ranged targets, and once the Plains of Eidolon comes out, this thing will be buffed to all the heeziness. And I can already hit like 1 million damage with this thing. And we got the dual Toxocyst, which I will explain why we have this specific secondary, and you should not have any other secondary with Mesa whatsoever, why you must have this one. And we have the Venka Prime, mainly for fashion frame reasons, because look at that, doesn't that look awesome on the hands? Bruh, imagine holding the guns with like some gloves like that. Sorry, I'm sick, so please forgive me for that. But right here we have the Toxocyst build, which this is mainly like the only build you're going to need, but the only thing you're going to switch around with this build is Streamline and Fleeting Expertise. If you're going to be more focused on the fourth ability, then go with Fleeting Expertise, but if you're not, go with Streamline. I like to just go with Streamline because I can manage my energy pretty well, and I know when to turn off my fourth ability when I don't need it because I have skills with the Vectis Prime. You'll see that in just a minute. But yeah, if you want to go in between those two, that's perfectly fine. So we have Primed Flow for extra energy, we have Primed Continuity for extra duration, so that the fourth ability can last longer, as well as your second and third, because you need your third ability to stay alive. We have Intensify. This is really good if you want to stay alive more, as well as this, because that will boost the amount of damage your fourth ability does, it will boost your damage boost from your second ability, and it will make you pretty much invincible with your third ability. We have Vitality for survivability, we have Rage, because Mesa is a super mega tank, so if she gets shot, it's just going to give her more energy, and she'll heal that up anyway. And then we have Narrow-Minded, not max. Don't max this thing, because then you'll have some issues. You want to have like a somewhat half, a little above half ranked Narrow-Minded. And you're narrow-minded, I should say. And if you think that it's just because I don't have it, no, I have it. Like, see that I can switch. But you see the difference there? Yeah, you get more duration, but you don't get as much range, and that means your reticle is going to be a lot smaller. And then we have Stretch for a little bit of extra range, just to make up for the loss of range from this. That way the reticle isn't stupid small, and we can get some range with our second ability. And these are the ability stats. This is before, and this is after. Before, after, before, after. So I'm going to quickly go through all of the abilities as fast as possible. First, we have Ballistic Battery. What Ballistic Battery will do is once you turn on the ability, it will store damage that you deal. And you see that it is counting up now that I'm shooting enemies. I should actually double zoom there to do even more damage. And now that you see that it's at 100%, when I recast the ability, now it will apply 2,320 damage to my next shot. So if I do a quick headshot there, it did a lot more damage than it would normally do. Now the next ability is called Shooting Gallery. Once you turn this ability on, a little flurry thing will start circling around you, and it will also circle around one of your teammates at a time for a fraction of the duration that you have. So what it does is whatever it is whatever ally it's circling around, the enemies that are near that ally, their guns will jam and they'll be stunned. Like these guys, they won't be able to do anything until I walk away or kill them. What it will also do is it will give your guns a damage boost. So if I have this on and I want to turn on ballistic battery and I go on full zoom, then I can see I have a lot more damage than I normally do. Turn back on. Look at that, so much damage. Now Mesa's third ability is called Shatter Shield. What this will do is it will reduce the amount of damage you take from projectiles and guns by 95%. So if I'm gonna run over here and like not even turn on the ability, let's see how fast Mesa dies. Oh wow, that was pretty fast. Now this time I'm gonna activate Shatter Shield. And let's see how long it takes for me to die. I'm still invincible. Come on. Come on, take me out of invincibility. There we go. Look at that. That's what I call some true tanking right there. Now, Mesa's fourth ability is called Peacemaker. When you use Peacemaker, what will happen is you'll be stuck in place. You can't move. But now you're in this mode where like whenever you press left click, anything that's caught within this reticle or circle of purpleness will get shot. It's pretty much aimbot. But the more you shoot, the smaller the reticle, but the more damage you deal. But the faster you shoot as well. But if you can barely see that reticle, then what you do is you press your menu for your emotes, then you click one of the emotes, and then your reticle will appear. So it makes it much easier to aim. Like you don't even have to restart it just to get a bigger reticle. But I would recommend making it bigger so that, or restarting it so you can have the bigger reticle, because there's really no point in just camping and sitting in Peacemaker, because it really doesn't cost much to cast. And then we have Mesa's passive, which is called No One Cares, because it doesn't matter, you're only going to use one secondary anyway, called the Dual Toxocyst. Now, Mesa's fourth ability, Peacemaker, it is a channeled weapon, but it takes the mods from the secondary that you have equipped. So the Dual Toxocyst, when we go to this weapon, this is the build that I have for it. I have a lot of fire rate so that my Peacemaker is much faster than it normally is. I have the 3 mods that you should use on almost every single secondary. I have it built for corrosive because we will be going up against Grenier, and if we can get the thing to proc corrosive, then you can completely strip off armor off of any enemy that you're shooting at 1,000,000 times a second. And then we have this to add a little bit of crit chance, because the Peacemaker does have a 25% critical chance, which this right here will boost the damage output by a lot. But Nero, you can put those same mods on any other secondary. No, you can't put on any other secondary, because let me tell you why. This secondary in particular has a passive. What that passive is when you get a headshot, the weapon will have a faster fire rate, it will have more damage, and it will have unlimited ammo. Now, this buff will last for about 5 seconds, but if you cast Peacemaker while that buff is active, then you can have that buff forever on your Peacemaker. Like, it gets carried over. It won't stay forever on your Dual Toxocyst, and when you come out of Peacemaker, you'll have to get another headshot in order to do it again. But let me just show you the speed difference between using the buff and not using the buff. So first, this is without using the buff. And this is with using the buff. More damage, more speed, that is just nasty. Now let's talk about my Vectis Prime, the most famous Vectis Prime in the YouTube Warframe scape. So get this, right? We got Split Chamber, we got Vital Sense for more critical damage, we got these 2 mods to make viral, we have Argon Scope for when we get headshots to increase our critical chance, we got Point Strike for increased critical chance, and most importantly, we have Serration. We have Serration for more damage, obviously we need that, but then we have my Riven mod. My Riven mod has 139% critical chance, a 40% damage to Corpus, which we won't need in the Plains of Eidolon, but it has 78% multi-shot, and the negative stat is actually a positive for the Vectis Prime, because it is negative 36% magazine capacity, which is beautiful. The thing has 2 bullets in the chamber. You want 1. Why do you want 1 bullet in the chamber if you don't have Prime Chamber or the other chamber mod or Charge Chamber? That's it. Because you can do this now. Fast fire rate. You can quick scope. Now you can quick scope. Okay, so check this, right? We're gonna spawn a Nox and an Arid Heavy Gunner. We're gonna spawn 2 of each. And I'm gonna use Shooting Gallery to buff up my damage a bit more. And let's see how fast I can kill a level 130 Nox. First, we're gonna get the helmet off. Helmet's off. That's 1 shot. That's 2 shots. That's 3 shots. Now let's see about the next Nox. And this is before all of these sniper buffs. Helmet's off. Dead. Fam, that's a lot of damage. Now these guys have that stupid amount of armor. 1 shot. Now if you proc bleed, it's GG, fam. Like, it's just GG. Dead. Look at that. Dead. Rest in peace. Now, of course, the Vectis is mainly for long range targets, so if you see that target all the way down there, then all you have to do is just simply shoot him from across. How many meters is that? 67 quickscope, boy! And last but not least, we have my Venka Prime. Nothing too special about this other than I have this to take out targets that need to be killed with finishers. So we have Condition Overload for obvious reasons. We have Viral because this is mainly a slash weapon. We have Blood Rush because the thing will stack up combo extremely fast. It has a passive where it will stack 0.75 combo instead of just 0.5 combo each time it ticks. So we're going to pull out the weapon like so, and we're going to spawn a Nox once again, and let's see what the thing can do. It's pretty simple. You just hold down right click and you do this combo here and you perform a finisher. You broke him on his back and then you can stab him in the ground and ground stab.
And the boom, 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 boom. You done know.
And he's dead. And now we have my Sentinel, which is Helios Prime. The reason why I have Helios Prime is for a few multiple reasons. One, because I want Helios to be scanning things for me, because I really cannot be bothered with scanning every single thing that I see. So Helios is going to take care of that for me. What Helios will also do is, because I have this mod right here that I get from Samaris, he'll pretty much do the sonar ability that Banshee has when she reveals weak spots onto enemies, making you do more damage if you hit those spots. Also have Medi-Ray so that I could heal 12% of my health. Because, you know, Mesa barely takes any damage anyway, so pretty much this makes me invincible. And then I have Seal Charger to regen my shields as well, because again, Mesa takes no damage and I will never ever die. So what does it look like to use all of those things together? Well, first you're gonna have good energy, and we're gonna spawn all these enemies here. Cast your 2 and your 3. Make sure you're on a good high ground like so. And you just go ham. Actually, first you're gonna want to get a headshot there so you can get even more speeds out of that and more damage. Get rid of those high flyer dudes because they do a lot of damage to you, especially with those rockets. If the rockets don't get deflected because if you are 3, then they will do a lot of damage to you, so you want to take those out first. And I think we got them all. Don't be afraid to come out of that ability there, so you can go ahead and move yourself. Nothing wrong with that. Another good thing to do is to jump high in the air and then cast it, so that on your way falling down, you can get any enemy that you can see while you're up. And there you have it, my Justice Mesa build. And in conclusion, I love Mesa. I've been using her a lot more than I normally do recently, and I definitely will be using this build when the Plains of Eidolon comes out, and watch me get them achievements faster than a speeding Keemstar. And speaking of which, I will be going live on Twitch at twitch.tv/MemeSageZ when the Plains of Eidolon comes out, and you guys can hang out in the stream, and the longer you stay in the stream, you'll get rewards in-game just by being there on the stream. But that's really all I have to say for today's video, and if you guys enjoyed today's video, go ahead and leave a like, and if you haven't subscribed yet and you want to become a part of the Dank family, then go ahead and do so, and I will see you guys later.
All you can be certain about. Don't change, don't change, don't change. Even though life ain't the same. They say don't change, don't change, don't change. Life gon' make it happen anyway. And I say don't change, don't change, don't change. Even though life ain't the same. They say don't change, don't change, don't change. But no matter what you do, gonna happen anyway. Hit me up on message.